we've decided to have a few small runs of a few different colours, a few different patterns also, to see, get a feel of what is selling and what people are liking out there. Also to be able to show at the Beauty Expo, that we've got a few different ones. We do also have a sleeveless caftan in the makeup at the moment. We're just getting that made up here, and that will be coming over to be sent to China to get made up, hopefully prior to summer, so that we'd like to have that for the expo to show. So we'll have two different styles. And so we've got, if something's really hot, they can wear those ones as well.
Any other question for Michelle?
Yeah, Michelle, it sounds like it's been a couple of years in the process. Were you really crystal clear on what the final product would look like at the start? So you just worked to get to that point?
No, it was crystal clear about what we wanted it to look like from the start. In the process, we did come up with the sleeveless caftan as well, so that we can have the two styles. So the first one's a bit more like a traditional caftan dress, but the second one is just a bit more like the really hot places and hot summers and maybe during the day people that. So we came up to that during the process, but we were very clear what we wanted on first, what we wanted it to look like. The only troubles we had a little bit was to make it generic. A lot of caftan tops, you can see you buy them as tops, they're not so much dresses, so we wanted something to be universal for people to be able to wear out the salon. So as you can see, one of my daughters is quite tall, I'm quite short, so kind of play around a little bit with the length. That was the only place where we went a little bit like, to play a little bit, but apart from that we were quite clear in what we wanted, and we got quite a bit of feedback from clients as well, as like, would you wear it here, would you wear it there, that kind of thing, what they wanted. Yeah. It's probably best to be as clear as you can in what you want.
Yep.
Just I guess, I don't know if the question is more to you or Lindy, but how, you haven't been to China, so you must have great faith in Lindy about the integrity of the supply, the factory, the treatment workers, the integrity of the quality of the materials. Yes, it may go to you. That's one big thing for us, is to.
Well, put it this way, when you talk about choosing the right supplier, it's never such a thing like just one single point of choosing, and it's really a systematic approach. And that's how you can see we did from stage 1 research in Tenda. You contact more than 30 supplier, and then you have the supply summary report who is probably around 10 or 20 supplier who is interested in projects. And then from that you have quote comparison, 6 or 7 supplier who is interested in the quote your project. Then you shortlist 2 or 3 supplier. So that's already a screening process. And then from sampling process, you start to get to see the integrity of the supplier and how they answer your questions. All of those have already done behind the scenes. So as a customer, you probably felt that the thing is moving along, but we are the one who actually control at the back end to make sure the things we are delivered to actually have those points covered. And when it comes to shortlist the supplier, you have a shortlist supplier for their background checking, etc., etc. And then during the sampling stage, it's another test for whether the supplier are meeting your standards or not. And then come to the purchase order negotiation, you have finalized the one last supplier who will go through the terms and conditions and go through all the quality control and with their qualification. Then come to the final payment, and it's already reflected everything above that. And then plus coming to the single supplier, you have single quality control contacts such as inspection, balance payment, bill rating, etc. All of those form the whole quality control system and making sure the supplier meet your needs. Can we guarantee you 100%? No, no one can. No, any single business can. If they say they do, they are telling you a lie. However, with that system, it will dramatically reduce your risk. With systemization, that's the only way can guarantee you have higher success rate. Yeah. So to answer your question, I think Michelle has been very close to literally our office, and she has been like very coachable and also very committed, and she trusts us the process we went through, and she felt we can deliver, and in the whole process we create partnership, and it's a beautiful, like team cooperation, and at the end she gets what she wants, and we are very happy we service her, and she is satisfactory.
I must say that there was obviously a certain amount of trust I had to place in Lily, and I did so. But I had to do that. I didn't really have the choice if I wanted to go and find something, because I was trying to deal with people, and it was just a nightmare. And mind you, through this whole process, I've been working full time still, so it's not something that, I've been up until, I don't know, I can't remember the last time I went to bed before midnight, but it's what you do if you want something to happen as well. I'm just very grateful that it's worked. And like I said, I went through 2 rounds of research and tender. With the first round, I remember, I think two of them actually decided, the suppliers over in China said they weren't interested in that anymore, and another one, Cheryl, said to me, no, we don't recommend them as much as these people here, and how about we go through and do it again. And it was the second time round that we got different people that were interested in doing the float, and that's when we found the supplier as well. And she's just amazing.
Are there anything you do differently, or you've learned something significant?
Would I do anything differently? Well, I definitely wouldn't try and waste as much time, to be honest, in trying to do things yourself too much at the beginning. If you are serious about importing something from offshore, then this would be the way to go, because it just takes out so much heartache, so much time, so much, the money that you're spending on it is worth you getting what it is that you want when you get it. And now that we've got it, it's just basically you're on roll with it, and it's definitely worth it. Yeah, I just don't think I would waste as much time as I did at the beginning. I think I would have just gone onto it straight away.
So did you actually do the masterclass and do all the background research with Lindy before you went and saw Lindy, or you just looked into importing from China? And
I actually did a year prior to that, because we actually talked about, the girls and I talked about this for 2 years before we actually decided we were going to do this. And then when we were serious about it, then it got really busy, and you just kind of go through the steps and the processes. I had been to a introductory course on the masterclass a year prior to that, so I kind of had an idea, and it was always in the back of my head. And as I was looking around for suppliers overseas and offshore, I always had it in the back of my head. And then one day I just got so frustrated, I thought, that's right, I'm just going to contact Lindy. And obviously Lindy happens to be here in Brisbane, and so then I just went ahead and we went from there.
2 services.
Yeah, with services. However, I have attended one of these as well, just to learn, because you just can't know enough about what it all entails, and some of the customs, and just some of the things to be mindful for. I also did a small business course as well in business solutions through Lindy as well, just to kind of, even though I've worked in a lot of small businesses, I wanted something just a little bit more backup financially as well, so that I knew what I was doing, and then I could convey that to the girls as well.
Carla and also Sharon, Karen and Courtney, they went through what you went through the program as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Michelle did the mentoring program with me as well. Yeah.
So I would just ask, if you're ever unsure about things, Lindy and Cheryl, who was the lady that looked after our case in the office, always just ask us many questions. I'm sure there were times that Cheryl thought, oh my goodness, she's emailing me again. But, it's you just got questions that need to be answered. You don't know at the beginning what it's like. Now this is the second time around, it's a lot easier. We know what to expect. We know how long things take. We didn't know how long things would take for the samples to get here. We didn't know how long it would take for the product to get here once we ordered it, so we're all kind of like know a little bit better about, you know, how long things will take and you could kind of work things from there.
Sure.
Okay, one last question for Michelle. Is that last one?
Were these your own designs?
Yes.
So it's something you just developed because you could see how they
Yes, I mean, caftan can be pretty generic, but you know, you've got long, short, wide, and smaller. We made them, we designed them specifically so that anyone, for instance, we did heat printed labels so that you didn't have anything scratching on your back. We designed them two sizes, obviously, comfortable for anyone with the lengths as well. We made them pretty so anyone could wear them. We chose the fabric specifically so that it was going to be something that would be light and airy. What else did we do? What else did we do?
Just a lot of magnetic measurements, obviously just to get that flow through from the demand, so it wasn't so tight to the skin, so that our sleeves are quite loose, they fall nicely, so it feels like you're wearing the same with size as well, so really just the measurements trying to get that pack and the same, so.
We made the neckline a little bit, quite a bit wider actually, so people can get them on and off really easily, and they can just kind of slide into it and just kind of drops down, so they're not wrecking either their hair or anything else on their face. Because the feedback that we've had from them so far is great, because people tend to wear all sorts of weird stuff when they have these tans, and that, you know, it's really airy and moving around, and tans can be quite sticky as well, so yeah, they don't feel at all. You can get really hot if you're wearing the red clothing, and then that will streaks. And so,
Are they really wearable, reusable?
yes. Yeah. So one will probably last you, depending on how well you look after it, quite a while. They retail at $24.95, so they're still reasonably priced for, you don't want to spend a lot of money on these kind of things when you have